This is a video tour of 2524 Allison. This property is subject to a short sale and bank approval. And so here's just a quick view of the neighborhood. But with the bank being involved with this potential short sale, the bank is requesting 20 days to review any offers. And the seller is wanting to sell as is. There's no seller's disclosure, and there's a lot of just trash and personal items and debris that's been left in the house. And the listing agent is stating that all of that is essentially going to be left in the home, and it becomes the responsibility of the buyer. So really interesting piece there. So as we're walking up, pretty big mature tree here in the front yard, and you can see they've created a little bit of kind of like a makeshift fence that they've got a sort of wire wrapped around, but it doesn't look incredibly sturdy and is falling down in a couple places. Around the right side of the property here, the fence continues down until you hit the back, which is like this little privacy fence, but you have a plastic sort of vinyl siding on this property. And overall it looks okay. It needs power wash, but you definitely got some pieces like these here that have some damage to them, and you can see that screen is all ripped up, and a bird has made its nest in the corner of that screen right there. So outside the property, AC looks pretty good, honestly. From the outside, it's all sitting on a pretty balanced pad here. Going back up towards the front of the property, I'm probably going to have to break this video up into multiple videos because there's just a lot going on here. So you've got some settling cracks going on in the walkway as we're walking up, and you can see they get more extreme towards the front door here. You have a pretty big void on the side of this walkway. So there's a really big void underneath the walkway here at the front, and just a big void also underneath the front porch. So those would probably need some mud jacking. They've laid some bricks down kind of in front of the structure here, but they're all settling quite a bit. It doesn't look like they were professionally laid at all. They're just kind of haphazardly laid here. I don't know if these boards are covering anything. No. Okay, you can just kind of see the gap there. Okay, so going around the side here, you can see more just of, what I was saying about the bricks, like kind of haphazard, sort of settling down and falling in different areas. And you can see the paint on the side of this foundation. See that paint line and how the brick is also painted a similar color? I would argue that at one point that brick probably met that paint line, and it's settled down that far. You can see a pretty decent sized crack here in the corner of the foundation. So this side, same vinyl siding, could use a power wash for sure. Gutter is not attached to the property up there. You've got downspouts here, but they are just letting water out right at the edge of all this brick. And this has been eaten away, this board, by termites. You can see the little tunnels that they've created. So potential termites in a couple areas. Okay, so now we are going to walk inside the house. I am going to use a light on my other phone too, because the electricity is not turned on. Okay, so this is the view from the front door into the living room space. You can see it's a vinyl sort of flooring. Pretty much all the doors and all of the walls have holes in them, and they used like tape to cover the holes. You have popcorn ceilings here in the living room. And again, you would inherit all of this stuff. I guess the sellers called 1-800-GOT-JUNK to have them come out here to take this stuff, and they said it was going to be $5,000 to $6,000, and the sellers just did not have the money for that. So they are not currently living in the property. This is all just stuff that's kind of been left. So all of the windows have, a lot of them have these plastic things over them, or like boards. And I'm not sure why that is. I mean, I'm not sure if the windows, it looks like the window's still there. I mean, almost like they were trying to stop people from getting in, maybe. I mean, like an extra barrier. Not really sure. So, again, just, you know, it is really, needs a lot of work. Just needs a lot of cleaning. It needs a lot of patching in the walls. You can see the edge around this fireplace is kind of missing, you know, sort of gapping and deterioration in the floor here. I mean, it really looks like this whole property just needs to be gutted. This is a wood burning fireplace. I do not know if it is actively working because there is no disclosure to let me know that. So this would be like the dining room space that we're looking into here. And it looks like this is, at one point, was a door into the kitchen. But they've got it blocked off because there's like a cabinet there now. So, I cannot go out this back door. So we'll have to go around because, as you can see, they've got this lock on it. But they've just like hammered a whole bunch of stuff into this door to keep it shut. Just lots of garbage and deterioration that would have to be taken care of. But I mean, the video out the back door here, you can see you've got this patio, or this deck, that's definitely got some rot on the boards. I would say the support beams are questionable in a lot of places, and it looks like you've got a plastic sort of roofing on it there. Okay. So, walking back through the living room, because I can't go through this door. And, I mean, I want you to notice that, like, the flooring does not match up. It's completely different laid out flooring. I mean, really, I don't think it's salvageable. So there is a hallway that turns to the left from the front door that goes to all the bedrooms. You can see there's just all this stuff in the way. So we're going to look at the kitchen first. So into the kitchen, it's not really a proper transition strip. It's like a trim piece they laid down, but this is the view of the kitchen. So kind of hard to see the amount of space in the kitchen, just again because of all the stuff. But that door that was from the dining room is right here. Popcorn ceilings in here, and what looks like a sort of plastic backsplash. Okay, and a little window going out here in the kitchen, but I mean, you can see it needs just so much work here. Just a lot of cleaning that needs to be done. Okay. So that is the kitchen. Okay, so then leaving the kitchen, and so you can see there's a door here, and that goes into the basement. But we're going to finish the upstairs first. So I'm going to stop the video here and pick it back up because it's getting kind of long.